Volunteers making a difference in the lives of children in foster care. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Rachel Simon. She's Director of Operations for CASA for Children of Essex County. Thanks for being with us. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about the role of these volunteers. They're court-appointed special advocates. They are trained by your organization. But what do these volunteers do, and how do they interact with children in foster care?
Yeah, so their main role is to make sure that the children that they're assigned to in care are receiving all the services that they need and to which they're entitled while they're in care. And most importantly, to make sure that they're being moved as quickly as possible out of foster care and into a safe and permanent home.
What does it mean to have one of these volunteers in place for a child in foster care? Because there are other adults in their lives. There are foster parents, there are caseworkers, there are those with the court system. But what is this additional person, this volunteer? What role do they play? Why are they an important component?
Right, so all the people that work within the system have very large caseloads. And a lot of the times what will happen with the number of children we have in care is that they might slip through the cracks, that they might not be performing as well in school, people might not be noticing, they might not be getting all of the therapeutic services, educational services that they need. The way CASA works is it's one advocate assigned to one child, in some cases a group of siblings, but it's really a personal attention that this individual child is getting everything that they need and everything that's going to give them a chance at a better future.
And it can really add up to make a big difference in the life of an individual child or siblings.
Absolutely. It can be the difference between staying in foster care for another 2-3 years or being reunified with your biological family, being adopted by another family. Really the idea of having a permanent and stable future as opposed to the transients that can come with foster care.
Or working to identify some of the needs that a child may have. For example, this child may need additional help with school, this child may need glasses, may need medical attention, some of the things that may go unnoticed otherwise.
Absolutely, and one of the areas that our advocates really excel in is education. They are very good. We have very strong training and very good results in the education area to make sure that a lot of our kids who have special education needs are getting the kind of additional services and attention and aids and tutoring, and that they're able to, move on from grade to grade to finally graduate high school to possibly go on to additional education when appropriate. So we really excel in getting those kinds of supported systems because no child's going to do well in school just by themselves. They really do need that extra push that children in foster care might not be getting from their family, but can be getting from a dedicated individual advocate.
You are always looking for more advocates to get involved, and you do have ongoing trainings. The next one starts May 11th. Who should become an advocate?
Well, what's great is that our advocates come from all different kinds of backgrounds. The training is pretty extensive. It's really a very professional training that covers understanding the children and their families, understanding child abuse and neglect, navigating the legal system and the education system. So what's great about it is you don't have to have any previous experience, either professionally or personally. You can come, and once you've completed our training, you are very well prepared to be working in this area. So we have people that come from all different backgrounds in the community. And what's great is that when you are working on a case, you're working in partnership with one of our case supervisors who's a professional social worker on staff. So you're never by yourself. You always are being supported. You're always being pointed in the right direction, have someone to answer questions. So it really is just, you can't even describe a typical advocate because there's so many different kinds of people.
And that's training. The next one starts on May 11th. It's a 5-week training covering a range of topics advocating for children in foster care. There's an additional program called Fostering Futures, and this trains advocate mentors for those older children, teens, who are transitioning out of foster care.
Absolutely. So one of the biggest challenges we have with teens is that they've often been in care for many years. They're much less likely than younger children to be adopted. So when they turn 21, they're going to age out of the system. And because they've been in care for a significant portion of their life, they don't have the same support systems and safety nets and backup systems that other people having grown up in a more traditional household might have. And so what our advocate mentors do is, while they are still an advocate and they're working to get all of the services that these children need, they're also working more personally with the youth to make sure that they have the kind of transition plan that they need in order to succeed as an independent, early adult, which could include making sure they finish school and have enrolled in additional school, making sure they have a job or some other financial plan, making sure they know what community resources are available to them to turn to for additional supports. So these kinds of things are really important because no 21-year-old or even younger is ready to just set off into the world on their own. So we really provide that extra safety net and security system for them.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We've been talking with Rachel Simon, Director of Operations for CASA for Children of Essex County. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Newsmakers.